Thank you very much for joining us. So, if you can give us a bit of, your name first of all, to introduce yourself a little bit, your name, the name of your project, and just a little bit of information around the making of it. How did it come about?
Awesome. Hi, Arbor. My name is Sarab. And the project that I submitted in your film festival is called Nature Made Multivitamin. It's a spec commercial. And I won the best advert for it. So thank you for this honor. So the project is a spec commercial on multivitamins from the brand Nature Made, inspired by American Psycho. Joe Goldman follows Patrick Bateman's morning routine. He tries to perfect himself in every possible way. However, hilariously, he stumbles into failure by neglecting to include his multivitamins. The project was directed at the time when I was still in film school. So a friend of mine and I were having a conversation about how funny it would be to include Patrick Bateman's character into a commercial about someone not taking his multivitamins, just to add some sort of comical twist to it. And this gave me the wonderful opportunity to direct a commercial for the first time.
Has Christian Bale watched it yet?
I hope so. I hope so. I don't know how to get to him. Like, how do I send this to him?
I mean, you said you did it when you were in film school, studying film, and having been a student myself, I can think of hundreds of challenges that would come in making something like this, whether it comes all the way from budgets to time management to people management, and everything else in between, locations and everything else, actors. Can you tell me a little bit about that and how, some of the challenges that occurred during the making of it, and I guess some of the solutions that you came up to overcome those?
For sure. I'm glad you brought that question up. There were plenty of challenges, but I guess luck was on my side when it came to location. I tried to look for something very similar to, the shot style of the opening scene when we first enter the scene of the morning routine. And I wanted to add that, but instead I ended up getting a Brooklyn house. So I thought just to add a little bit of Brooklyn touch to it, a brownstone building, and that kind of worked out well, I guess. It kind of gave some sort of, instead of the fancy Manhattan look, I thought Brooklyn did go as well, I believe. So I think luck was definitely on my side there. And then when it was during casting, I did try to cast as many people as possible, but it was so weird for me to be like, so your physique needs to look a certain way. It needs to look like Christian Bale's. So it was a little odd for me to kind of, mention that, but I think the process went very smoothly and I got a lot of like gym trainers tended to sign for this to audition for this role. So I think it was a wonderful opportunity. The lead cast who plays Joe Goldman, Wes, he was wonderful to work with, a very funny guy in person as well. So I guess when we were directing and going through the funny bits, especially the breathing part, whenever I think about it, it just cracks me up. So everyone had a wonderful time on set, but the biggest challenge was it was a one-day shoot. So
Wow.
yeah, so it just gave me I didn't have the freedom to add last minute shots. So it was just definitely, it was a great practice for me to carefully select and prioritize the shots that I really wanted that could go well with the story and the script.
There's a lot in that, and absolutely one day to shoot something like that. Yeah, absolutely. The luxury of time, it really isn't on your side when you have that little time to film. And absolutely, you did a fantastic job. Congrats.
Thank you so
In
much.
terms of the crew,
But
how
I do have to mention that it was definitely the team, not just me. So I want to mention that too. I just had a wonderful team, and I think it was everyone was super organized, and they all knew what they were doing. I think that was the main reason behind achieving such accomplishment in just a 1 day shoot.
Um,
Sorry.
that's what I was about to ask. In terms of the team itself, um, like how big was the team roughly? You know, I mean, it's an apartment. How many people can you fit in an apartment?
It was more of a house, so it was like 2 floors,
Okay,
but we were about, oh my god, I think we were about 15 people crew. Yeah, I think it was approximately 15 to 18, maybe not more.
I guess the struggles is the budget that you were working on. Um, what type of budget were you working on? Was that something that you put up yourself, or was it something that you raised for? How did you manage the budget side of it?
Sure. It was self-funded. And when I first came up with my friend and I were like talking about this story, and I carefully thought about this is one location, one cast, even though the cast did come all the way from Boston. Um, I did have to like pay for the transportation and then made him stay in that Airbnb spot that I rented out for the shoot. um, Overall, I think if it was in a different city or a different country, would be a lot cheaper.
Mm.
But knowing the fact that this was New York City, I must be grateful that the whole team was there and I didn't need to, I didn't need to pay anyone. It was just for the location, food, and the cast. Other than that, film school provides with all of the equipment from camera to lighting setups to even we had a TA on board with us to assist us with putting things up and helping us with lighting if need be. But my DOP already had experience in the past, which helped with getting the lighting set up super quick. And in terms of editing and post, as someone who is just trying to make movies in low budget films, you do everything on your own. So that's what I did. I edited and color graded it and put the sound together all by myself. And luckily, one of my classmates, he just naturally is an amazing voice actor. And I just handed him the script. I'm like, hey, do you think you could just give me a couple of lines? I just want to hear it. And he completely transformed his voice. And I was like, there is no way this is you. And I was like, I didn't need to hire a voice actor because he was there to do it for me. And he had a professional microphone. So everything worked out well. But yeah, this was self-funded. And I believe this is one of the projects that I feel like I'm proud of. So even if I needed to spend a bit into this production, I'm proud that it wasn't way over the budget. It was still kind of good amount for like New York City's kind of budget, if you know what I mean, for a
Yes.
1 day shoot and just getting everyone to Brooklyn, since that's where the location was.
Can you give us a little bit of your experience, your overall experience with the festival?
Yeah, for sure. First of all, you guys are super friendly and amazing. I think this was definitely one of my favorite film festivals to work with, or I would definitely apply and recommend for other filmmakers to apply to this film festival because you guys were constantly replying back to my emails. I wasn't being ghosted, and even though I wasn't able to attend the film festival in person, I kind of felt like I was part of the celebration and the journey. I was very excited. So, yeah, I'm deeply humbled for the award and the acknowledgement that I've received from Dublin International Short Film and Music Festival.
Do you have the painting? Did you receive the painting?
Yes, I have. It's not with me right now. It's in New York City,
Oh,
but it's
beauty.
beautiful. It's hung up. I know. I'm so sorry. I should have
That's okay.
I can send you a picture with a selfie once I'm back.
Please
I'll be
do.
back.
Please do. We would love to see it, and we would love to again to share it among all of our filmmakers.
Yeah.
Um, anything in the pipeline that we should be looking out for?
Well, at the moment, I'm currently working on developing my first feature film.
Wow.
Right now, it's just on the development phase in terms of the story. So there's not much I can share, but I mean, if it's out, maybe you guys can open a slot for like feature films and I could apply to you guys.
Anything
Yeah.
else that you would love to add or to say?
That's it, Arbor. Honestly, thank you so much again for this. Taking the time and doing this interview for me. I really appreciate it, and for us actually. And I would love to visit Dublin. I think another reason that I couldn't attend was because I would need to apply for visa, so that would have been another whole process for me. But for sure, one day I would love to reach out to you guys in the future. And if you ever do visit New York City, you can always hit me up. And I mean, there's no harm in like making new friends in the film industry. It's always nice to connect.
There's a saying in Ireland, and I'll leave you with this. There's a saying in Ireland: the film industry in Ireland is a pub full of people. Um, Meaning that it's not big, but everyone is having a great crack, great fun. So I'll leave you with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I did do my master's in Scotland, in Glasgow, for a year and a half. I was working between Glasgow and London, and then the whole Brexit situation happened, pandemic happened, and I was like, I think I should leave now. And then I left back to the UAE, and I was like, I don't think I'm happy with this place. So I ended up leaving back to New York City only to kind of keep growing and meeting with people around the world. And I'm still in touch with plenty of filmmakers in Scotland, and it's been wonderful.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for being with us, Sarah. I do appreciate your time, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.